Hello and welcome to the Speed Duel Masters Circuit Week 4. I am Justice. I am joined here by Terramaster, and we are ready to get into some games, get into the gameplay. Terramaster, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. All fueled up, as you know.
It is important. Balanced meals matter, folks. They keep yourself energized. All right, awesome. Actually shows I don't have background music, so I'm gonna find something real quick. Give us a little intro. What are you looking for here in week 4 as I look for something?
I am looking for some more Union wins because that's been really hard to come by the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
And it's one of the few decks that I like in this meta. So please win Unions. Thank you.
Nice. All right, yeah, true. Unions have not had the easiest time so far. But at the same time, it seemed to be a deck that a lot of people still have faith in, either as what they're playing or what they.
Nightblader says I'm echoing on your end.
God damn it! I thought we fixed this last time. It was so weird. It was actually fine last time. All right, hold on. I got it.
Yes, surely Unions will be good this week. Copium.
One of these days, I am going to find out the answer as to why technology is the way that it is, and that you can do the exact same thing 2 different times and get 2 different results.
I think the answer you're looking for is RNG.
Yes, the RNG of technological setups. Perfect.
UCC Physics also has RNG. And people don't know this, but back when physics was first invented, RNG hadn't been invented yet. And now that they both exist simultaneously, they sometimes overlap. That is all.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, and we got 2 unions in top 4 at YCS. Yeah, that. Look, not to discredit anyone playing in that event, but I think we all know that that is not an indicator of the meta as a whole. Although, like, I still definitely am of the opinion that unions should be not a bad deck in current format. I think it's just so far been kind of what's been in specifically with the SMC, but I don't think it's like a bad deck or anything.
Look, the fact that no one here was at that YCS is enough for me to say there's no serious full-time speed duel players there. Maybe a couple, but like not really. So
yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, also let me know, please, about the music volume, because I think it's going to sound different on my end than it will for the stream. So, yeah. Yeah, Nightblader, like, I mean, the way he said it is funny, but yeah, the issues, unlike Moth or Burner, requires your brain to be able to pick it up and do well.
Oh, no, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a higher skill cap deck, yeah, like 100%.
Yes.
Alrighty, so first, let's take a look at the standings after week 3. So that's after the matches that we watched last week. You'll see there's a new addition to the standings graphic. You will get this every week from now on. This is your week over week change. So this is the change from week 2 to week 3. So alone in first place after 3 weeks of play, 1/3 through the regular season, is Starblast 100 with a perfect 3-0 match record. A 6-2 game score, has moved up 2 spots from week 2. Tensei Patu has actually jumped 2 spots into second place with a 2-1 record. Hexy and Jack Yomu have actually dropped 2 spots each. They were tied for first. They're now tied for second with a 2-1 match score. Siren Rises, however, jumping up 3 spots from 6th to 3rd to join them with that 2-1. Soapaccord and Nightblader, both moving up 2 spots, each getting their first match win. So they are 1-2 with a 4-4 game score. CM Ursa's also at 1-2, but with a 3-4 game score, has dropped 3 spots. Julian dropped 3 spots with a 1-2 match score and a 2-5 game score. So it's interesting for Julian. The match that he won was a 2-0, but then has not had good success after that. Or a 2-1 rather, and then got 0-2 each game after that. And Paolo still searching for his first win after 3 weeks. Has a 1-6 game score. Unfortunately, in last place right now. But I said it is a 9-week regular season. There's definitely still time for Paolo to turn things around here. All right. So I would ask you.
I just want to point out.
Yes. Go ahead.
Mr. 30 cards is 3-0,
yeah.
so he's exactly 30.
Oh, nice, nice.
That needed to be said.
That is correct. Yes, that is beautiful. Alrighty. So those are your current standings before the week 4 matches. So let's just go ahead and jump into game here. Our first match of the day, we'll see Paolo, and as I said, looking for his first match win against Theg's Sofa Cord. On the right side of your screen, you can see that Moth has been banned away from Paolo. Union's been banned from Sofa Cord. As I said, people still respecting the power of this deck, even if it hasn't gotten results so far. But we will see Spellproof Armor and Twisted Personality, Volcanics for Paolo, as well as Moth and Cyber Angels for Sofa Cord. Terramaster, are you ready to get into our first match of the day?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Alrighty, let's do it. All right, Sofa Cord.
SPA not banned, impossible. That's never... Spellproof Armor, that's impossible. Nobody's ever been able to play that before.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I love it.
Alrighty, I'm sorry, I said just the volume on my end a little bit. Alrighty, so speaking of Spellproof, that will be Paolo's first deck versus the Cyber Angels of Sofa Cord. Hey, look, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, actually, it's just a bird.
Actually, a robot bird.
Alrighty, so a couple back row behind it. All right, let's see what Sofa Cord has for us. That's Ritual Ceremony to start. Gonna reveal the Izana, so that's already in hand.
Oh, this matchup isn't good.
Set. Okay.
I get the feeling this is why Spellproof was allowed, because Sofa Cord was like, I have Cyber Angels, I can destroy that trash.
Yep. However, Soul Exchange will tribute off the monster. It is an Absorbing Jar.
Oh, the jar.
That's a Jinzo. However, with no battle phase, that is plenty of time for Sofa Cord to come back. All right.
The issue here is now you just lose to Ritual combo. So
yeah. Well, there's
playing, I guess. Oh, this isn't full combo.
It's not full combo. However, Izana for Izana is still pretty good here. Attacking to Colossus, actually wanting Jinzo to stay alive. Yeah. Jinzo should be live for the first attack, so that's perfect. And yeah, what does Spellproof do from here? Summons a bird. Attacks a jar.
Absorbing Jar, draw a card.
Oh, did you worry, lady? Okay, nice, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this is a
matter of time.
This is a terrible matchup for Spellproof. Yeah, that's a very easy and quick win for Sofa Cord there.
Yeah, that was very easy.
Yeah, well, if you want to know why Spellproof was let through, there you go, folks. There's your answer. Exactly. Could you say who made Colossalus from its flavor text? Not correctly.
Soleil, Mr. Soleil.
Yeah.
Famous Frenchman. Clearly.
Léon Soleil.
Ah, yes. Léon Soleil in Paris.
Yeah, also, who needs full combo if you just summon Izana and win? Exactly.
Yeah, what full combo? Just summon Izana, bro.
That was full combo. What do you mean?
Yeah, what? Isn't the full combo just to get to Izana? I just did.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty, so let's go into now game number 2. People still having a great time with RPS here. Fossil's French confirmed. Yep. Maybe we've been pronouncing it wrong this whole time. Is it like Clausolo?
Oh, dude, it is. It's gotta be, right? Think about it. Ally of Justice also sounds like a very French thing.
It does.
Like, we are the allies of justice.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty, so
French. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Anyway, moving on from whatever just happened there. We are going to see Spellproof Armor versus Moth. Sofa Cord will be going first. So that's just the T set.
Might have a chance. Might have a fighting chance here.
Yep. However, just some sets from Paolo actually not able to go aggressive or choosing not to go aggressive right away. Breaker will be met by Book, protecting the other back row. DD Warrior Lady will go in. And it is a Blast Sphere.
I was like, Zoma doesn't move
yeah,
that way.
like, wait, that is opposite Zoma.
Does that count on the Zoma counter? No? Okay.
Oh my goodness. It's great. Anyway, so for those not familiar, Blaster will equip before a damage calc, and then on opponent's next standby phase will blow up the monster and deal damage equal to the attack it had on the field, which means even if a Zoma attacks into it, it still gets to deal 1800, which is neat.
Yes, it does.
That's a -1 on the Zoma counter. True, we are currently at -1 Zomas.
Oh, nice. History has been made. Zoma has been banned.
Oh my
We did it.
We did it.
Why not attack into the breaker there? That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't attack the breaker. Maybe just okay with it being on the field. I don't know. But a draw phase Cosmic Cyclone will prevent the Blast Sphere from blowing up.
Ooh.
Second DD Warrior Lady, that's going to be a Floodgate.
Yeah, see, you're allowing that breaker to threaten your life points here.
Yeah. All right, had the book for the DD Warrior Lady, so now Breaker's actually just technically a slight life point liability, I suppose.
Yeah,
But yeah,
sure.
it definitely feels like Paolo just straight forgot to attack the breaker. Unless there was strategy there, but I mean, technically, by not attacking it last turn, he gets to attack it this turn and deal damage. So actually a genius play. Alright, so there's Zoma in the end phase. Who could have predicted?
Alright, start the Rio counter. Put it at 1.
Wow, DD flip summoned, but immediately back face down. So both DD Warrior Ladies have been floodgated here.
Yeah, but the issue is now what? You still have to somehow get rid of them. Like this, Paolo's not going to suddenly start running Amethyst Cat.
So Zoma attacks in, a little bit of damage to Sofa Cord, a lot of damage to Paolo. And a wall of DD Warrior Ladies.
Right, obviously playing for the solitary OTK there. Right, not
Yeah.
obviously.
Dekoichi is the flip summon here. Alright, so we've seen Blast Sphere, we've seen Dekoichi. We know this is no normal SPA
Going
deck.
to let himself get banished. Big sad.
Breaker. Floodgate. I'll be honest, I
Dekoichi to attack, smile.
I was waiting for Parasite Moth right there, honestly, on that Floodgate.
Oh, right, right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what was wrong with Sofa Cord because a good Moth player would have had that.
Alright, Soul Exchange off the DD Warrior Lady for a Jinzo. There you go. Oh. There's DD Warrior Lady number 3.
Okay, taking the free kill.
Yeah, makes sense.
Understandable.
Wall of D retrain, Wall of DD. Nice.
Yeah, no floodgates left for Moth. But even if you floodgate Moth, how do you get over 3,000 wall? Like Soul Exchange, I guess? Yeah.
Did Paolo just... yeah, I mean, I guess you lose the 100 damage, so Jinzo stays on the field was the play.
Yes.
Makes sense. Jinzo attacks what's known to be a breaker.
Seems good so far. If there's no Parasite Moth here, there is not.
Well, even if there was, there's no way to activate current.
Right, there's not. You're right.
Damn, another Soul Exchange into Sideshow. Jeez.
Oh, now she gets to draw 1 card.
You fool. You've allowed me to draw 1 card from my deck.
My Cocoon has a second ability.
Alright, and that will do it. So Spellproof doing that thing it's supposed to do, beating Moth. Not as consistently as some people seem to think, but ultimately that is what the Spellproof player is hoping for. So it is now 1-1. We're going to go to game 3. It is going to be Paolo's TP Volcanics versus Sofa Cord's Moth. I turn Zoma back on. Sorry. Nothing I can do. It's too strong.
Only Konami can defeat Zoma. Alright, we have Moth versus Volcanics to end it.
Yep. So the court, of course, choosing to go second. But Paolo's good at Volcanic, so it does open Rocket.
Yes, true.
All right, immediate Parasite here.
Book of Moon.
Okay. Cocoon, of course, shuffling Parasite from the Spell and Trap Zone into the deck. That's good.
Yes. It's a quick effect skill. We know this.
All right, so Breaker's actually just gonna break the Bluff set Blaze Excel. Interesting.
Which was obviously chained in order to draw 7 cards.
Oh, good effect.
Yeah, pretty good, yeah. If this card is specifically targeted by Breaker, the Magical Warrior, when face down, you win the duel. That's what it says.
Sick.
We just need random cards like that, like anti-Raigeki, and you remember that?
Yeah. Do you see in the chat? You got a little shout out there.
Oh, what? What? Hold on. What? Who?
Sorry, in the dueling book chat.
Mechanics. Oh yeah, it's this game. Oh, in the chat here.
Yeah, the game chat.
Okay. I think my first one was the entire reason Terramaster problem with this deck. Yep. Yep.
All right, DD Warrior Lady will take out the other DD Warrior Ladies. That's 100 damage, but that's good. Breaker's gonna get through here. Sofa Cord in a pretty good spot, I would say.
Yeah, Sofa Cord did go +3 that turn. This is actually absurd. Like, that should not exist before Synchro Summoning exists. Like, we're not at that level of power creep yet.
Wow, another 100 damage to double banish. Breaker, another 16. We do that one more time, and we have a match.
You're trading 100 for 1600. That's not going to end well for you.
This is the worst deal in the history of trade deals. Alright, Golden Ladybug will gain 500. Paolo actually removed 2, so this should be 0 counters right now. It's just the DB bug. Right. If you remove them too quickly, if you remove them too quickly, it doesn't see both. Moth from hand, Rocket.
Get rid of the Moth, that's never coming back.
Yeah, so like just to be clear, on Paolo's side, it looked like there were no counters on TP.
Yes.
Just to be clear, it wasn't.
TP,
Yeah, it's again for those playing TP. Just so you know, just don't go counter. Just give it a second in between removing counters, and you won't have that problem. Like that's literally all it is.
Yep.
All right, Rocket tries to destroy Breaker. Book of Moon is going to say no thanks. I like this monster. And yeah, no response on the attack back.
Man, these Rockets have just been murdered by Breakers.
They have. All right, so this set was again Blaze Accelerator. This time, looks like the effect is going to be activated.
Nope.
Oof. Yeah, so fortunately for Paolo, sending the monster is not part of the cost. So it does get to set the shell, I assume, instead of discarding it. Another Breaker is going to come down. That should do it here. Yep. So I assume the face down was shell. Yep, it sure was. And the other Breaker gets through for 1900. So that is a 2-1 for Sofa Cord, taking it here over Paolo in the first match of week number 4.
Breaker Turbo, indeed. Yeah, we do really need like a, you know, if your opponent summons Breaker the Magical Warrior, make them discard their entire hand and deck or something.
Seems balanced,
something
yeah.
Like that. Something balanced like that.
Yeah, no, that seems a good way to take care of things. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at the deck lists here. We'll start with Paolo. What was banned away was the Moth deck. And we do see this looking a little bit different than your standard Moth. It does have a Gap, the Divine Soldier in the main deck. Triple Dust Tornado plus Straight Flush. Paolo just absolutely did not want to deal with back row here. Yeah, Breaker not an issue in this format.
Yeah, Breaker is not an issue at all. Breaker is completely fine.
Totally fine.
Yeah, it wasn't just limited in the TCG before, I guess, Synchros for years for a reason. It's fine.
Alrighty, so what was played here was Spellproof Armor. We did see the Sphere Kuribo, or not the Sphere, the Blast Sphere. Sphere Kuribo would have been bad. The Blast Sphere and Dekoichi The triple soul exchange, and the one of wicked breaking flamberge bow. So
Yeah.
give a little attack boost plus effect negation. I actually kind of like it, to be honest.
Yeah, I do too.
I think
the
it's
only
pretty
thing
neat.
that's missing, I would say, is where's your shockwave, bro?
Yeah, no psychic shockwave, I would say, is questionable. Choosing to run some floodgates instead, but I feel like the blast sphere and Dokoichi spots maybe could be shockwave. But I do like the
I think so,
flamberge.
yeah.
Yeah, I do like the flamberge. I think it's pretty cool. Alrighty, and the volcanics that we saw here, again, some interesting choices. We do see eliminating the league in there, as well as that main decked jar of avarice to try to play the
Something to
long
discard
game.
your blaze accelerators. Not bad.
Yeah. So jar of avarice plus ladybug for the long game. So this feels more like ready to play against burn kind of deck.
Look,
I guess
it's a good thought. The issue is this is a fair deck, right? And Moth is inherently an unfair deck. So what do you think happened when they went against each other? Well, you just saw it.
it wasn't fair.
No, it wasn't.
Alrighty, so getting to Soap Core, Band Away was the unions here. Honestly, I don't have anything to say about this deck list. Hasn't already been said. This is about as standard as a union deck list is looking right now. So yeah, looks good.
Seems pretty good.
And yep, and here is the Moth deck again. I believe it's the same list she's been running for a while now. You know, the double cosmic, triple book, the single wall of D, and the Zomas, along with that normal monster lineup. So yeah, looks.
Yeah, I mean, and that was my point. Responding to chat is that something like this, like Moth, the way to win Yu-Gi-Oh has always been to have your deck do something unfair, right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
absolutely.
The issue is the unfair thing Moth does. It does too consistently, but yeah.
All right, cool. And last but not least, it is the Cyber Angels that we saw absolutely murder Spellproof Armor in game one. It is interesting now. So it is the triple jar, which seems to be becoming standard for the 20 card variant. A single DD Warrior Lady, along with a couple cosmics, and then the rest of the package is exactly what you'd expect. Cool.
No, this is good. I like this, and it goes back to like, look, Izana is unfair too, right? However, Izana is much more counterable, I guess, than Moth is at the moment. So that's also something to kind of weigh into the possibilities there, as far as like what deck is the best deck in speed duels.
Right. Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. All right, so those are the lists. So let's go ahead and get ourselves into match number 2 on the day. We will reset the scorecards here, and we will see Siren Rises up top versus JDG Nightblader. Siren Rises will have Moth Band playing Burn and Unions, with Nightblader's Unions band really trying to take up the mantle of our off-meta connoisseur with Crystal Beasts and Guardians of the Tomb as Nightblader's 2 decks that he has available for this match. So I'm excited for this one. This should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
I'd love to see it. Crystal Beast for the win. Let's go.
Let's do it. Nightblader will lose the RPS. Siren Red said that they're shocked about the ban. Shocked that Moth was the ban. That's funny.
Right. I was also shocked to see this.
Yes, seeing Moth banned is great. I never would expect.
No, never. I mean, honestly, semi-limit Parasite seems like something Konami would do.
Yeah, they were like, all right, we fixed the format, guys. Parasite semi-limited.
We'll make it 33% less consistent. That's a big percentage. Come on.
It's huge. It's got to be exactly the nerf that's needed.
Right. Guys, that should lower its win rate by 33%, right? As they sit there smoking some copium.
All right, Siren Rises will go ahead and open hanger. Apparently surprising themselves. Let's see if Union's worst deck. Nice.
Whoa!
Apparently Union Hanger has been buffed.
Goodness, what a card.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, that seems good. Yep. Once per turn, if you control a Y and a Z, summon an X from anywhere.
Yeah. Damn, they really
outside your deck.
See, Unions had been underperforming, so they actually buff errata Union Hanger.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Very nice. All right, so it is the Guardians of the Tomb to start. It will be a triple back row. Yeah, all right.
Y.
Drawing another Y.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah, nowhere to put the Z. Just got so
Understandable.
excited about having the Y with the hanger, actually forgot there was nowhere to put the Z.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. Alrighty, so Y Dragon will attack will be met by the Metal Reflect Slime, and it's huge! 3,000 defense.
This thing can withstand the attack from an unstoppable engine of destruction.
That's right.
Just want you to think about that.
Oh my goodness. And Siren's like, well, okay, your turn. Nothing I can do about that.
It's like, well, I can't fight that.
So that is a tribute summon for Dark Ruler Hades. Hell yeah. I love this card.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go.
just wish we had the OCG art where he's like, has like a glass of wine in his hand.
Well, yeah, well, we do for Dueling Book. So.
Oh, he does?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Dueling Book actually
Yeah,
only
that's
has the
perfect,
OCG
yeah.
art for it. It
Right,
doesn't
right,
even have
right.
the
Cool,
TCG
good
art.
Dueling Book. What's that in the TCG
yeah.
art? Is it like a glass of milk or something?
No, is it nothing, I think? I don't remember. I'd have to look.
nothing?
I think they just removed it. I could be wrong, but I think they just removed it.
That's funny. Yeah.
All right, so Book of Moon will flip Hades face down. Swamp Mirror in battle phase. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, here's where the misplay of...
Wow, didn't
you know
even...
what? Unequipped.
Wow, illegal play. Did not even declare type and attribute.
Oof.
Damn.
All right, that's going to be a DQ. We're going to
Yep.
end this game, right?
That's the match. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
All right, so Z Metal Tank does hit the field just a turn late. No problem.
Night Player cheating count 2.
All right, so YZ comes down.
Do not pop. Only attack.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, Guardians of the Tomb does activate at the beginning of the duel, so yeah, that was there.
There we go.
Alrighty, Y Dragon hit attacks in. That attack is successful. Yeah, no damage. Yep.
No damage, correct.
Alright.
The first cheat was not flipping up Guardians of the Tomb.
Yep, that is correct.
So, yeah.
Every individual turn that Guardians isn't up should count as one.
How about every individual phase?
Hmm.
Because, you know,
Makes sense, makes
it
sense.
should be up in draw phase and standby, main, battle, end.
Alrighty.
Summons another Swamp Mirror. Still no declaration of attribute or type.
Wow, imagine. Alright, so the counter to the Guardians of the Tomb deck is Jinzo, so it is now on the field. For the Guardians player.
No. Attack.
Nice, so that attack actually does get through. So no Book of Moon there.
But the draw of an X-Head
Yeah,
cannon
wow.
here, never mind. No such thing.
There's a DD Warrior Lady. That actually will be able to banish the Y Dragon head. Very nice. Jinzo's gonna come in for 2,400. That is successful. Siren now down to 1,000 life.
Unions are going to lose again.
Oh, look at the top deck.
Off the top.
That is the X-Head Cannon top deck. Book of Moon on Jinzo. End main phase 1 will be Zoma, so...
Just activated. Just made Zoma live.
Sniper, whoever does the Zoma counter so gets a +1. Yeah, draw for the skill. So interesting, yeah, there's nothing from Siren Rise's side here, so no... That's crazy. So when Jinzo flips up, it will put Zoma to the spell and trap, that is correct.
Oh, that's right. That was actually good. Yeah.
Alright, end phase Dust on the Floodgate. What does Nightblader have here?
He has a face-up trap to tribute for the sacred beast that needs traps.
Uriah is going to come down any moment now.
That's right. That was the name. Thank you.
Alrighty, that's just said a monster. X-Head Cannon will get banished. The other one, however, will get through for 1,800. Nightblader needs to draw something here.
Siren Rise is just going for the Union Pieces beats here.
Yeah, 1,800 strong. Ooh, hanger for hanger.
This could be threatened lethal because he's gonna, grab the Z.
We'll see what happens. Does summon it. Now, Siren mentioned before that Nightblader has a 1-of Wall of Disruption in the deck. However, he's making a read.
Dude.
Z attacks into Zoma.
Oh, can't
But it
attack.
will be floodgated. Oh.
Unions did it.
Who needs to make union fusions? Just do it once, just to show them you can, and then just go beat down from there, you know?
Union gang, rise up. We did it. We won a game.
Alright, so that is game number 1 over to Siren Rises, but that's unions out of the way. So let's see what Nightblader can do here. Going to game number 2. Siren Rises just in chat saying there's the better union player. The Unions win counter. We actually needed
it. Unions win counter.
Yeah. All right, I literally drew his 3 out of 3 tributes.
All 3 tributes.
Yeah, that's rough.
And none of them were Caius or Ryza.
Imagine.
Trash.
All right, so it will be Burn versus Crystal Beasts.
Oh, actual Crystal Beasts with actual Jesse skill.
Yes. Alrighty, so Rhoda for Warrior Lady. There we go. Sublandriel, thank you very much for following the channel. Appreciate the support, my friend. Glad you're enjoying the event. Jesse skills.
Jesse skill does suck. Just play looking into the future.
Alright, it is a Tiger. Tiger is ready to roar. Let's go in. That is 2,000 attack. Warrior Lady of the Wasteland. Who could have predicted that?
Wow, couldn't have seen that coming. You're right.
Could have been anything. Exiled Force is the choice here for Siren. We'll declare the effect. However, Conclave will be chained. Conclave. Oh my goodness. That will bring Pegasus out from the deck. Oh, Siren saying they made a specific strategy to beat Crystal Beasts. I question that, but okay. Just as a reminder to those who don't know, deck list submissions are due before knowing who their opponent is for the week, which is why I say I question that Siren has a strategy specifically for Crystal Beasts. Oh. Specific strategy win. Yes.
Play Ella. Easy. You see, my strategy is simply to draw better cards than you. Better cards? That's impossible.
It's Umbina. We'll go ahead and revive the Warrior Lady of the Wasteland. Topaz Tiger attacks. There's the effect. Go ahead and search another one. Easy.
Understandable. Have a nice wasteland.
Easy. Zoma in the end phase. There we go. Haven't seen one of those in at least a minute or two.
Bring back the old Zoma counter. Chat.
Alrighty. Digging for gold. Draw one. Seems good.
It's so sad that literally once per duel draw a card is better than every single GX skill.
Yeah. Alright, Book of Moon will put that Zoma right back where it came from. Crystal Conclave. There you go. To balance the Pegasus plus that set. Alright.
Set.
Resummon. Effect is good. Get the worst Crystal Beast from the deck onto the field.
Oh, but then you rare value. It allows you to draw 2 cards.
Hell yeah, Pot of Greed is good.
Attack.
Alright, Nightmare Wheel on the Tiger. Pegasus goes in. Will just be met by a DD Warrior Lady.
My unicorn.
Nightblader says in draw phase. Super Rush recklessly, destroying the Tiger, shuffling the Warrior Lady back into the deck.
Nice. Well done.
Oh, this is where we had the discussion of Nightmare Wheel stays on the field, right? Yeah.
Oh,
that is
right.
correct. Yeah, because Tiger is still on the field.
I agree.
Yep.
Had a little discussion.
Yep.
And there it is. Okay.
Alrighty. Amazonosaurus woman, however, will punch through. Once they get that sorted out, this is why replays are good.
True. Ember Mammoth.
Alrighty. See, Mammoth, funny enough, is actually the best of the 3 monsters to attack into Swordswoman. That is the least amount of damage Nightblader can take.
Yes, it is the best by exactly 100. Yeah. I'm glad I could witness this usefulness of this card.
The Mammoth actually great.
Mammoth actually broken.
Alrighty. End phase.
Literally can't run over a Zoma in attack mode, so you'll never take burn damage. Think about that.
Sick. Alright, end phase, double Zoma. Yeah, Siren ready to just go ham here. Crystal Conclave on the attack declaration, so Mammoth will summon a friend. That friend being Pegasus.
And now you Conclave, yes, obviously. You bounce the Zoma.
Zoma.
And your own Pegasus.
Yep.
That's 2 Conclaves, but we haven't seen a Crystal Raigeki yet. I wonder if that's something Nightblader just opted to not play.
We will see soon. Alright, so Pegasus will just be summoned here. No effect, it's just an 1800. We'll actually go ahead and crash into the Zoma, not respecting
Ouch.
the burn I was like, wait, what did I miss?
Pegasus is now Izana. No?
Yeah, and not Disturb a Battle, apparently. Yes. Alright, so Nightblader's saying, alright, you gotta deal 400 to me. Come at me, bro. Jar of Avarice in the end phase.
What a risky play. Would have lost to any monster.
Yeah.
But might have been the best play, too.
Alrighty.
Yep, okay. Draw.
Draw. Draw. What do you got, Nightblader? A set? A Pegasus?
It's the Pegasus.
Attack! I mean, we know there's a Zoma.
Attack.
Yeah. Like, we knew there was a Zoma since it would bounce back to hand.
Right.
Alright, Nightblader, what you got? Zoma's gonna attack in to try to end the game. It will, again, just be Conclave. You bounce and bounce.
We're Conclaving.
Nightblader's still alive. Floodgate Trap Hole, however, for the Tiger. Now we see Crystal Transcendence. Discard 1.
It's rare value time?
It is time for Pot of Greed. Alright, some damage finally got through. And a couple back rows. Lava Golem.
Is there a Conclave to counter this Lava Golem? Yes, there is.
Whew. There you go. Alright, Nightblader not done yet. God, this has always felt like Nightblader's just one move away from losing, and he just hasn't actually lost yet.
Oh, we know the Zoma is there.
Yep.
Oof.
There's a Rhoda that potentially puts lethal on board.
Yes, it does.
Nightblader's gonna need to have an answer to that warrior lady. Or that warrior lady. Either one. Pick one. Pick a warrior lady. Any warrior lady. Interesting. So Siren actually not going for lethal this turn, actually just choosing to banish the Mammoth instead. Or sorry, no, that is lethal. I don't know what I'm talking about, but interestingly didn't just want to beat over, actually wanted to banish. But yeah, that's good enough.
Yep.
And yeah, that will do it here. Interesting. So Siren Rises takes a 2-0. Neither Crystal Beast nor Guardians of the Tomb able to find a win here. Very sad.
Very sad indeed, especially for the Crystal Beasts. Gotta play Raigeki. What can I say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and playing around Conclave. Yep, makes sense. Makes sense. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at those deck lists and get the answers to the questions you might have had.
Self-record saying that skill does not use counters. Nightblader cheat count 22.
Alrighty, so let's start with what was banned away from Siren Rises, which was the Moth Deck. Again, pretty standard looking stuff. Just, 3 of everything except 2 moths. And yeah, there you go. You want to know the basic shell of Moth Deck right now? It's this, and make any edits you want to from here. But this is pretty much the general.
Seems pretty
blueprint.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty standard. It's all right.
Alrighty, the digging for gold burn here, 25 cards, does seem to be a pretty decent ratio. And yeah, it's about what you expect. A couple dust tornadoes in there. You know, maybe not everyone's going to be on that, but other than that, looks pretty standard to me. It's digging for gold burn. You know it.
Yeah, they're very standard decks so far.
And the Union deck here, again, the only difference I'll say is 1 Foolish and triple Floodgate instead of 2 and 2. Other than that, enjoy your Union deck. It's like, you know, maybe actually good.
Yeah, no, I like the triple Floodgate, if I'm being honest. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, not trying to disrespect Sire, but not really talking about the decks. There's just not a lot to say. Like, this is pretty much what you expect from these deck lists. It's obviously worked well this week, so yeah, good job there. And all right, Nightbladers Unions still banned away every week, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. No one's allowing him to play this deck. The Plasma. I know you're a big fan here.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously what people are afraid of. That's where
it has to be, since it's banned away every single week. Yeah, no Floodgates, instead going for the double Foolish, a single Cosmic, and then that Plasma in those slots. And maybe one week we'll get to see it, but probably not.
Next week for sure.
All right, so here's the Crystal Beast deck, and this answers your question. There is no Crystal Raigeki. Instead, focusing on the triple Conclave, doubles Super Rush Recklessly.
Rare value.
Yep. Well, using Crystal Transcendence skill, so able to set it up. And the Jar of Avarice to recycle back.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that combo anymore. It'll seem good at first, but I just think that discarding 2 in order to draw 2 later, just, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think ideally you want to use the way Nightblader did, where you're only discarding 1. Rather, because, right. Yeah, discard 2 to draw 2 is obviously not amazing. Yeah. You know, discarding 1 to draw 2, however, much better. And then the Jar of Avarice to go ahead and recover those discards. So, yeah, that's the way that Knight chose to run this one this time. And then Guardians of the Tomb. We saw it here. 3 Tribute Monsters with the 2 Hades and the Jinzo. Triple DD Warrior Lady, triple Book. And then, you know, an assortment of trap cards here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
kind of what you would expect Guardians of the Tomb to be. You know, obviously the only thing is just what trap monsters are you choosing? Which embodiment of Apopsis is interesting over like a second slime or something. So, sure.
Yeah, I am actually curious about that. Now, Apophis, of course, can go aggressive, whereas Slime can't, but it is only 1,600. But it is just enough to trade with the Spent Breaker or to run over an attack position DD Warrior Lady. So, like, the 1,600 still has some value there.
It does.
But yeah, there you go. There's Guardians of the Tomb by Nightblader. All right, sweet. So that was that match. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna set up here for match number 3, which is going to be Jack Hyomu versus CM Ursus. And
let's go.
You see, as expected, Spellproof Armor banned away from Jack. Moth and Unions will be the decks that are allowed. Again, the prolific Union player Ursus will not get to play that deck, but will be allowed to play Burn and Cyber Angels.
All right, I'm gonna go get some to drink. So carry this solo for a couple minutes.
I will do my best. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and dive into game number 1 here. Jack Hyomu versus Ursus. Let's go. Ursus will be winning the RPS and choosing to go second. I love the sleeves. They're so good. Already, so it will be Moth versus Cyber Angels to start us off here. Jack actually with a triple back row set and then passes over. Ritual Ceremony will reveal the Edatin, searching the ritual spell. Spoilers. Zoma in the end phase. There you go. Immediately to battle, nothing else. Okay. That will hit the jar. So there you go. Machine Angel Ritual, Cosmic Cyclone, Book of Moon. Jack draws 2. Ursus draws 1. All right, Ursus, let's see what you got. You got to draw a card. You got rid of the back row. And sets a monster and passes. That's unfortunate. And we can see that someone didn't follow the rules because there is not a Watcher's password on this game. Oof. That is a DQ for both players. Thank you for coming. This match is over. Yeah, both players lose. Okay. Yeah. Watcher counter 1. Yeah. All right, DD Warrior Lady. Oh, there. Yeah, he realized it at the time, right?
Way back.
Alright, so Soma attacks in Warrior Lady will banish for no damage. However, this one does get through for 15. You missed it. Both players have been DQ'd for forgetting to put a Watcher's password on the game.
Ah, clowns.
Alright, Machine Angel Ritual will tribute Ben 10 for Ida 10. No response on that summon. Machine Angel Ritual will be added from the technically graveyard back to the hand. Senju will be the search.
Wow. Ursa's cheating, does not declare chain link order.
Wow, imagine.
Not chain blocking? Like, what if there was an Ash Blossom? What are you doing?
Bad player. Alright, Ben 10 tributed for Ida 10 number 2. And now Izana is the search. Machine Angel Ritual added back to hand. Let's see where Ursus goes from here. The world is his oyster. What does he choose?
Pearl.
Edaton from field, Edaton from hand, Izana to the field. That is a lot of Edaton.
Do we have a floodgate?
Of course
yeah,
we do. Come on, was there ever any doubt? However, this Edaton is at 3,600. That's pretty big.
It's huge.
And it will be met by Book of Moon.
What?
Senju attacks into...
No parasite target. Understand.
Yeah.
Have a nice target.
Yeah, okay. All right. I respect it. Take 100 damage to not give the parasite target. That's fair.
Also, you trying to trick your opponent into banishing. Like, hey, want to banish?
DD Warrior Lady, you got to banish, right?
Want to click yes?
This is in fact DD Warrior Lady, not DD Warrior. So you're good. We'll go ahead and set a monster. Zoma in the end phase. Get that counter going. If someone finds a way to put Ash Blossom in Speed Duel match, I would scoop out of respect. True. Alrighty, they're gonna go aggro. Zoma will attack DD Warrior Lady and will be banished. DD will attack into the Edaton, takes 500 to banish.
Banish. Okay.
Ursus does feel like he might be a little spent here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's tough to come back after the first full combo.
2 Bentons, all 3 Edatons have been used. Yeah, this feels a little rough. Not necessarily unwinnable just yet, but not great.
Surely Ghost Bell can stop Scramble, yes. all hand traps coming in midterms. Confirmed.
That's right. Ghost Bell, Ghost Ogre, Ash Blossom, Effect Veiler, all coming to a midterm box.
Rolling Lockbird.
Rolling Lockbird.
Maxi.
Oh my god. I mean, I didn't even go with Maxi just because that's actually banned in TCG, but yes.
Battle Fader.
Oh my goodness. DD Warrior Lady will be equipped with Parasite in main phase 1, so that go ahead and use its effect to summon the Moth from hand. Absorbing Jar will destroy the set.
Well, I don't think thinking does anything. You can't do anything in damage step. Oh, yeah. Thinking about DD Warrior Lady. Right.
Yep, there you go. Warrior Lady will still banish over to get the Moth onto the field to then be able to run over that Izana.
Did Jack draw a card?
From what?
From Absorbing Jar?
There were
Destroying
no...
the Book of Moon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. I was thinking something else. Yes, I believe so. I believe I did see the draw there, yeah.
Just making sure.
Yep. Yeah, I believe so. Let's double check. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, true. Oh, well,
okay.
It actually shows what he drew. Hacks.
Haha! It allows me to draw one breaker, the magical one.
Alright, so Machine Angel Ritual will protect the Izana, which is necessary, unfortunately. Yeah, so now it's a question of, is there another Parasite to tribute off that Izana? Is it just shuffle the Parasite in the graveyard back into the deck? Moth player with so many options.
Badland Boxer Veil. Obviously, all the hand traps, please. Thank you.
Interestingly, neither, as Jack chooses not to draw with the Parasite. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Not sure Curious about that decision, actually. So Ursus will once again protect.
Banish.
Only has 2 cards left in deck.
Can we tribute this Izana for an Izana now? Come on.
DD Warrior Lady, Izana to attack. Warrior Lady... What? Jack Yomo apparently declaring Floodgate from the graveyard. Okay, sounds good.
Haunted Floodgate Shrine.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Izana was Floodgated, so cannot go to attack position. Yep.
Funny.
Yeah, so Warrior Lady's just gonna attack into the Moth. Eesh, rough. Rough.
Yeah, that is tough.
Oh, okay, Jack said he forgot about the Parasite in the grave. That's why he didn't draw. That's fair.
But like now, Jack just needs Parasite and can just get rid of this Izana for a Moth and win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Zoma in end phase here.
Zoma counter 1700.
Alright, there's the Cocoon. Shuffle the Parasite in, draw a card.
The odds are so high that's Parasite? Yeah, okay.
Parasite's his own Zoma, then we'll break the Parasite. There you go. Getting around that is on a protection effect.
Ridiculous.
Moth destroys Izana, Zoma into the face down, Absorbing Jar, and Breaker should finish things off here. Yeah, that will do it for game number 1.
There was an effort, however, Moth too strong.
Yeah. Jackson then drew both Moth by turn 2. Rough. I mean, I've been there. I mean, I know it, but
still managed to win the game. So what more could you ask for, right?
Mm-hmm. As it turns out, Moth, pretty good deck. Who knew?
Who knew, indeed. I didn't know that.
I have no idea.
I've had a 90% win rate against Moth for 3 years. Cope.
Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and get into game number 2. Ursa's choosing to go first here. We'll be playing Burn, so we can see from the 25 cards. And this is looking to the future Burn, not digging for gold. Hooray, we got a GX skill. Truly the best GX format.
Yeah, GX. Second match in a row with the GX skill, by the way.
Hey, we did it. Alright, so looking in the future will be activated for Ursus to stack his deck like a cheater.
Wow. Cheating?
We'll summon up a swordswoman with 1 back row.
Cheating in the master circuit? Only the head judge is allowed to do that.
Oh, man. Alright, so interesting. Jack actually just set here. It's interesting. You'd think Unions would be able to just beat over Swordswoman for like 100 damage or 2, but if it was exactly Z Metal Tank, I suppose it only trades.
Well, why Dragon Head as well, without Hanger?
Oh, true. Why Dragon? I'm sorry. I'm just so used to Y being equipped to Z. All right, Warrior Lady.
Y being a literally Cyber Dragon.
Yes. Yeah. It is. Wow, interesting. It was X-Head Cannon, so chose not to try to beat over Swordswoman last turn. Okay.
Yeah, choosing to be very non-aggressive.
It will just set. So DD Warrior Lady only got stopped for that 1 turn, although we'll see if there's another answer this time. Lava Golem's a pretty good card.
Dude, that's gonna be so much damage. So much damage.
Yeah, and now Swordswoman attacks in for 1,000 more. Oh my goodness. Lava's gonna burn for another 1,000, but will be tributed off for Jinzo here. There you go.
Nice. I like that. Good play.
So I'd like to point out that Jack actually lost the minimum from Lava Golem in this situation, and it was still half his life.
Yes.
The minimum damage he could have taken was half his life.
Yeah. Oof. Wouldn't it be nice if we had some kind of like ruling where like, you know, burn damage was halved? Ooh.
Yeah, imagine having burn damage halved in a 4,000 life point format.
Imagine. It's almost like Konami has done it before.
Alright, so Hanger will add Y, will not get the special summon it from the deck, however, unlike usual. XY is the play, and for those who don't,
rarely seen one of the fusions.
Literally the rarest one, but however it can destroy a face-up spell and trap.
Congratulations, you just pulled a secret rare fusion.
Alright, so this is good though, because it means that if this attack goes through, DD Warrior Lady will not get to banish Jinzo. However, I did say if, and it will actually be a Book of Moon on Jinzo, and then a Nightmare Wheel on the XY. Is there another Nightmare Wheel to keep that Jinzo face down?
The anti-Zoma fusion, indeed. Not just anti-Zoma, also anti-wheel.
Yeah. Yes, there it is. I called it. I am good at this game.
Oh, no. And now, wait, Swordswoman still can't do enough burn damage.
Yeah. Again, though, it is worth noting that XY can destroy the Nightmare Wheel that's hitting the Jinzo, so that Jinzo can then flip back face up, negating the other wheel. Yeah.
However, part of me thinks that there's probably... No. I was going to say there's probably a way here for DD Warley to just get rid of that Jinzo, but I guess not.
Yeah, that's interesting to me, actually.
That is, yeah.
Alrighty, so yeah, scramble for X. Yeah. No, Ursa's 100% within his rights to not let that play be taken back.
Right.
Alrighty. So main phase will use the XY effect to destroy the wheel that's affecting Jinzo. Jinzo now gets flip summoned.
And negate the other wheel.
Actually, gonna go ahead and destroy it anyway.
Right, makes sense, because if that's another Book of Moon, you want to not risk that. Makes sense. Also summoning Big Boss Monster to get rid of DD and Swordswoman here, probably.
Here we go. XYZ. Ursus is thinking on summon. Let's it go. So
Swordswoman, yes, you can afford for your XY to be banished. Oh, never mind. You have another discard. Yep, you're good. I was going to say you can probably afford for XY to be banished at this point, but I don't think he has to do that. I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and use XYZ again. Hits the face down. It will target Jinzo, so Jinzo does remain.
Right, but Ursus is still in top deck mode.
Yeah, so DD War Lady will get to banish the XYZ, of course.
That's a very interesting attack sequence.
Yeah,
What?
So Jack in game chat says either you misplayed or there's only one reason I see for not booking XYZ, and then says this will play around it and then attacks XYZ into DD Warrior Lady.
No.
Sofa Cord says that was 100% correct, by the way.
Huh. Oh, is it because of Swordswoman? Okay, so the thought was he stacked his deck to draw Swordswoman to attack into XYZ and win the game.
Yep.
Okay.
Although that is apparently not what happened, but yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
It actually makes sense. This is why I'm sitting here and not actually over there.
No, it's a big brain play. And yeah, that will actually secure game 1 for Yugioh, or game 2, I should say. Excuse me. That is a 2-0.
Yeah, that's a 2-0.
I was actually so invested in that game that I forgot one happened before it.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that game. Yeah, a lot of thought went into it.
So Jack Ursus, both of you, that was probably the best, most entertaining match to watch of the day. So thank you.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. Like, big brain. I love it.
Yep.
Alrighty, so yeah, congratulations, Jack Yomo. Nice 2-0 there. Let's go ahead and take a look at those decks. Alrighty, so first off, what was banned away from Jack Yomo, of course, was Spellproof Armor. I believe this is the same list as before, with those main decked Lost Winds and Mind Crushes.
Nobody wants to play against all the tech cards.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Everyone's like, I don't want to play against Spellproof, and I really don't want to play against that Spellproof.
I don't want to play against triple Mind Crush.
Mind Crush, yeah.
No, thank you.
Already, what was played was the Moth deck here. We do see that one Jinzo in the main. We know Jack Yomo has been a fan of that. With the books, the one Cosmic, couple Floodgates, and other than that, it is a Moth deck. But yeah, there's your tech there. And the Union deck that we just saw, definitely, I would say, a little bit teched out here. We got the Jinzo and the Plasma in the main, which I think we've seen from Jack Yomo before. Yeah, there you go. A couple Floodgates, and yeah, other than that, it is, we do see only 2
We have not
Ys.
seen the Plasma, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We do see the 2 Ys to make room for both tribute monsters there, rather than the standard 3.
The 2 Zs, you mean?
Yes, sorry. Yes, 2 Zs. That is what I meant. Correct.
Yes.
Very good. All right, moving on to Ursa's unions that were banned away. This, of course, is a very, very standard list. Again, the only like discrepancy in like quote unquote standard union list is it double foolish, double floodgate, or one foolish and triple floodgate. And other than that, everything else is the same.
Right. Yeah. And I'm personally a supporter of triple floodgate in this format specifically, since it hits kind of every single boss monster now and allows them all to be susceptible to a YZ. So you don't need access to the X as much if you can just floodgate their big monsters.
Right. Yeah. I agree. Alrighty, and Cyber Angels. Yeah, this is Ursa's list. We've seen it before. Of course, the triple jar, triple DD Warrior Lady, and then Cyber Angel package. Yeah, there you go.
Good old absorbing jar. We ain't seen it win a game yet, but it's there.
It's there.
There. We haven't seen it hit Mind Crush yet, which is what it's supposedly existent to do. But sure.
No Knight is talent. That's why he lost. True. Alrighty, so here we go. There is the looking into the future burn. Of course, this deck will look a little bit different than your digging for gold burn, since it does need to run fewer spells due to the skill.
Yes.
But there you go. Of course, those spike shields still have not seen that come into play yet, which I'm sad about. I really want to see a huge spike shield play.
Me too. Someday I want to see the damage step spike shield for game.
Yeah,
beautiful.
One day, Ursa's, make it happen. We want to see it.
You can do it. If anyone can do it, it's you.
Yeah, there we go. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get to match number 4 on the day. Let's reset here. And it will be Hexy versus Julian. Hexy's Moth has been banned, so we'll be playing Burn and Cyber Angels. Julian's Spellproof Armor has been banned, but that doesn't mean he's not playing machines, because he sure is. 2 machine decks still gonna be played here, even with Spellproof ban. That's right, it will be an actual Ancient Gear deck as well as Unions for Julian. Alrighty, let's just go ahead and dive into that match. Very excited to see how this all-machine lineup plays out here.
Hold on. I have to share this. Julian, more like machine.
I'm glad you felt the need to interrupt me just for that. Okay, anyway. This is very important content. That is correct. It is middle-aged mechs, yes. Alrighty, so Machine will go ahead and win the RPS. And choose to go first, actually, here. With the middle-aged mechs. It is so weird to not see a skill in the skills here.
Yeah, it is.
However, punish a little bit, because does not get to normal summon to put a counter on it.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
Oh, interesting. Apparently it bugged out and didn't
Wait, there's still no picture of Dr. Crowler?
Wait, I thought we got all the pictures in. Everything except for Crowler. Wow.
Look, why?
Wow. The disrespect.
I would not tolerate this racism against my French professor. I think he's French in the sub, so that's.
I think he might be. I think, yeah.
Yes. This one is real. It's not like the colossal estate.
The ally of justice. Alrighty, so Swords Wound will be met by a Book of Moon. We do get a counter on middle-aged mechs from the Swords Wound being summoned.
Which we don't see yet, but it should be there, all things rulings correct.
Yup. Hey, look, it's an Enphase Zoma. I don't believe it. There you go.
Zoma, right. That's amazing.
And there's a Cyber Phoenix to prevent machines from being targeted by spell or traps, which actually will turn off Book of Moon, turns off Nightmare Wheel. Pretty cool. Not against Zoma, however, since Zoma is not a machine, but yes.
2 counters now on that middle-aged mechs makes a really good Golem top deck here later, if Golem is indeed being played.
Yep. That is a sequence of events here. Phoenix getting floodgated, Zoma getting Nightmare Wheeled.
Welcome to Trap Meta, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, looking to the future, we'll again go ahead and stack that deck for next turn. Julian's going to go ahead and activate Gear Town. Double Cyclone! Alright, so that's a book to destroy the Zoma, but that will actually destroy the Nightmare Wheel as well. So that's not bad, actually.
That is not bad at all. I was thinking he should have gone for the wheel, but this actually worked out pretty good.
So Ancient Gear Engineer is going to be the one coming out here. That's interesting.
That's certainly a choice.
That is a decision. Nightmare Wheel definitely should be off the field right now. I don't know why it isn't.
Oof. Swordswoman too big.
No, it's not.
Oh, the
300
boost.
attack, baby.
The boost matters.
So, to be clear, that wheel should have already been off the field, but Engineer is just repairing the game state. He's an engineer, so he's repairing the game state.
Yes. Good. Good engineer. Studied very hard in school.
I love it.
I like how Reinforcer of the Army on the field has its name leaking off the card.
It literally cannot
Even in the
fit.
graveyard right now.
Exile Force, the summon is good, so the engineer has done what he needed to do. He fixed what he needed to fix. He is gone. Zoma the Spirit in the end phase.
One more for the counter.
Ooh, Cyber Phoenix will be tributed up for Ancient Gear Beast.
It's a beast.
Good on summon. Good on battle phase. So yeah, that back row cannot be activated. That effect is negated. Ancient Gear Beast doing what it's supposed to do here.
Yo, are we gonna see a win for Ancient Gears?
I want it. I want it. Alright, Zoma will be summoned up in the end phase.
So of course they're not even contributing skill to that. Weirdo.
Oh my goodness.
Like, obviously waiting to use the skill for exactly Ancient Gear Golem.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, to be real, that Phoenix was floodgated. Like, that was... ISO was just
that is
trolling.
also
That was
correct,
obviously
yes.
the correct decision. Wow, so Zoma attacking into Ancient Gear Beast to deal 2,000 damage.
Sir, as
or
a
23.
YCS judge, I have to rule that this beast negates the Zoma.
Yes, agreed. Agreed. This is NAYCS rulings.
Yes.
Definitely negated.
Yes.
Oh, battle phase. Zoma's activated and Julian actually just scoops. Oh, we were so close.
Zoma was one too many.
We were so close to the Ancient Gear win.
We're so close to Ancient Gears being competitive. Konami, give us like Wyvern, please.
Alrighty, so Julian is going to choose to go second here in game number 2. Let's see what is being played here. Obviously, we know on Hexy's side, but it will go ahead and be the Unions for Julian. Hexy with a set, let's say, Absorbing Jar.
Hanger, we hanging.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Hanger's gonna do things. Julian, good Union player, opening up Hanger. Very nice.
Zoma counter does indeed go up by 3 really fast.
Yes.
Speed duels, after all. When they named the speed duels, the only thing that was speedy was the number of Zomas activated.
Oh man. Alright, so yeah, YZ will pitch Shinzo to pop the jar. Will attack for 0. Oh no, actually no, I'm sorry, he didn't use the skill. No, it was actually a normal summon. Yes.
That is
fantastic.
Plus 100. Yeah.
Actually got to just summon them normally. Beautiful. Alright, Ritual Ceremony.
Angel seems to be the build people are on, and I am honestly still not convinced it's the best way to play it.
I am torn, to be honest. Why is a... Alright, so Book of Moon apparently now just summons... Did I miss something?
I have no idea what's going on.
What just happened?
Reveal your one
Hold
virtual
on.
monster to activate 1 spell card from your hand, apparently.
Activated Book of Moon, special summoned Edaton. Fantastic.
We need
sure?
an engineer to repair this.
Okay, alright.
There we go. We just played everything.
Alright, yeah, there it is. Alright.
There
we got there.
Everything is fine. Thank you, Ancient Gear Engineer, for your service once again. What the heck was that?
Alright, to be fair, at the beginning of this match, Hexy said in Twitch chat that they were very exhausted. I said I was so tired that when activating ritual spell, I clicked Book of Moon by accident and was sitting there for a solid 15 seconds thinking why he set his fusion. Nice.
It's the boss monster. It's Izana getting hit with the perfect counter, Floodgate Trap Hole. You don't have to send the hanger, but chooses to anyway. You've already won. Why not just let your opponent have the satisfaction of destroying?
We'll just call it BM. Like, I like straight misplay by Julian, but we'll just say it was BM because he knew that he won.
Yeah, it was all BM. All BM. Always has been. Actually says, I'm really sorry I was dying. It's okay. Completely understandable.
It's fine. You'll only have a full week to set up your matches. Don't feel like you should have to play at a time that's actually good for you or anything. Anyway, moving on to game number 3. All right, so we know it will be Ancient Gears versus Cyber Angels. Will this be Ancient Gears' time to shine? Gear Town will be activated. It's just a set monster, though. Well, that does give a counter to the thing, right? Yes. So there is one counter on Middle Age Mechs. Wow, Hexy just draws and passes.
Not even Ritual Ceremony? Oh my god, did Hexy open triple spell?
Ancient Gear Beast gets to be summoned without tribute. Interesting, the face down still not flipped. I wonder what it is. All right, so that is 2,300 to the dome here. Cosmic Cyclone, what's your target? All right, Book of Moon. Here is Senju to search Benton. Benton is revealed for Ritual Ceremony. Machine Angel Ritual. Benton for Edaton. Things are happening.
Nobody declares Chainlink Order. These players are going to struggle when Chainlink Order matters.
They are. Izana. What is the send?
I mean, you have to send Gear Town here, right?
Apparently not.
No, I don't know what I'm doing, apparently.
Bad player.
All right. You send your skill.
All right, Edaton sacked for Benton. Those are both boosted now.
Oh, that's a big couple of rituals.
Izana goes in 3,500. That is 1,500 damage. Will attack the face down. It's a DD Warrior Lady. 2,800 coming in. Right. That's going to do it.
Ancient Gears need more support. Confirmed.
Here's my only question.
Yes.
For Julian and for you. When Cyclone on the back row, the face down back row was the play, do you ever just book your own Ancient Gear Beast knowing that the Cyber Angel player is about to go in? It's only 2,300.
Yes. You I guess you do, right? Because even a standard Izana without buff is going to be able to take it out and attack your other monster as well. So you probably do protect yourself from the damage. It's like how when, somebody with playing Moth Cosmics your Book of Moon, you just book your own monster to just prevent the Parasite play from happening. I think it's the same situation. Booking your own monster as Chainlink 2 is something that should always be considered. But
yeah, I think like when that's the play, when they're not Cosmic Cycloning the Gear Town, they're not hitting the Middle Age Mechs, they're hitting the face down back row, you have to assume that Cyber Angel player is about to go in hard.
Yes, exactly. Because the only thing they're afraid of is the face down, and they're trying to get rid of it. So you need to do everything you can to survive and try to live for a next turn. Makes sense.
Yeah. So that I was like, honestly, when he just let it go, I was surprised, and I think that was absolutely the play. It might have bought himself a turn. Whether it would have mattered or not, I don't know. But I think that was...
It would have needed exactly like double Cyclone into like 2 Golem defense mode or something like that.
Yeah, Ancient Gear Beast was in the hand. It's interesting. But I think that had to have been the play. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So that is a 2-1 win for Hexy. Unfortunately, Middle Age Mechs could not find a win here. There's part of me that still feels like I don't think like Middle Age Mechs is like actually like, a top tier deck. There's part of me that feels like there is something that hasn't been discovered with this deck yet to make it at least like rogue viable,
Let me give you my opinion, which is that Crystal Beast and Ancient Gears are both very close to being like tier 3 contention. They just need like one good support card. And for Crystal Beast, that would be something like, Rainbow Bridge, maybe.
Sure.
And for Ancient Gears, obviously, that would be Wyvern, right?
Yeah.
The search card for consistency is what both decks need.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Come on, midterm box. Give us something good.
Yeah, midterm box just needs to give us like 2 or 3 support cards for like all the archetypes that we already have, and then obviously good hero stuff and Gate Guardian, which is unlikely, but sure.
Yeah. So Jack brings up an interesting point in Twitch chat, and I want you to respond to it. He says, no one even plays Breaker to pop their own Gear Town.
Yeah, I think that's really strange, because when I was experimenting with Gear Town, I was playing 3 copies of Breaker in every single version of the deck that didn't play Spellproof.
Yeah.
So if you are playing middle-aged mechs, you need to play Breaker. It's too versatile of a card to not have.
Now here's my question, and I don't know that we have the answer right now. Maybe we think we do. I have been thinking for a while now, anytime I kind of look at this deck, which admittedly is not frequently, but when I do, given the lack of amazing options we have to summon off of Gear Town, I do wonder if more of the Gear Town being used for its less tributing effect is more valuable than trying to destroy it ASAP. Just summon Gear Beast without tribute, summon Golem with 1 tribute or 0 with middle-aged mechs, right?
Right.
I have to wonder if that makes more sense than really trying to pop Gear. We just don't have great targets for Gear. And if we had better targets for Gear Town, obviously that changes things, but we really don't have those.
Maybe there's some kind of an Ancient Gear Monarch style deck that plays, some kind of a floater engine thing. Maybe UFO Turtles and Cyber Phoenix to go into your Ancient Gears easier with the Gear Town. I don't know. There could be something there. You're right.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I really feel like there's still more, even without new cards. I feel like there's more to this deck than what we've seen so far. Agreed. Again, I'm just trying to make the deck tier 3, to be clear. I'm not trying to say I think there's a tier 1 deck here somewhere. I don't. But I think there might be a tier 3 Ancient Gear build somewhere that we just haven't gotten to yet, because I think people are too focused on destroying Gear Town. When there's no good targets for destroying Gear Town, why are we so focused on trying to destroy Gear Town? That's what I'm saying.
If we don't get Gadgetron Dragon or better, destroying Gear Town is not your priority, or shouldn't be.
Right. Or just Reactor Dragon's fine. Anyway,
well, I did say or better.
Yeah. But yeah, with current card pool, I think people are too focused on trying to destroy Gear Town in Ancient Gear builds.
Sorry. Of course, says let's talk about this one list. So yeah,
that's fine. All right, let's go ahead, and get into the lists. Julian had Spell-Proof Armor banned away. We do see this list looking a little bit different. Single Summoner's Art, single Waking the Dragon in the main to give the opponent something to think about, because they are running a little more back. We got double Book of Moon, double Shrink as well for the
I do
battle
really
Shrink.
like that.
Yeah, no, I think Shrink is good, because Spell-Proof Armor does struggle against big monsters, so Shrink is a cool way to deal with that.
Yes, Shrink is cool. It's honestly kind of sad that Shrink hasn't seen more play, just because how speed duels, half the time you run into a deck that doesn't really attack that much. So you're like, Shrink, can't use that. The opponent doesn't attack.
Yeah, but for Spellproof specifically, I think the card actually does make some amount of sense. So I like it. I think it's cool. Alrighty, next is the first deck that was able to be played, which was Unions. Julian actually almost playing standard Unions, but not quite, because we do see a Jinzo, and we actually do see 3 copies of Y Dragon Head instead of the normal 2, which does actually take up a floodgate spot, so I know you're not a huge fan of that, and only 2 scrambles, because does not believe in playing 3 copies of the best card in the deck.
Yeah, I would never play less than 3 scramble. That's just that's really all I want to say about that. Cut a Y, cut an X.
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
You never played 2 scramble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and triple X also. Sorry, I somehow glazed over that. I think we talked about this last week, because I think it was the same list last week, if I'm not mistaken. It's a little weird ratios in this deck.
Sus. Yeah. Awful sus.
All right, so here's your Ancient Gear list. So here's what I'm talking about, okay? So we have 2 double Cyclones, right? Your biggest target for Gear Town is the Toon Ancient Gear Golem, which like is only good if you can double cyclone your opponent's end phase. So we saw this game where like drew the Gear Town for turn. So the only like target he had was the Ancient Gear Engineer. And like that's so
exactly it. I think after you build your first draft of a deck, one thing I've learned over the years is you take a look at your deck and say, okay, am I playing any bad cards? And looking at this list, I would say, yes, I am playing Engineer, Toon Ancient Gear Golem, and 2 copies of Double Cyclone. If I could get rid of those 4 bad cards and replace those with, 3 Breaker and like, I don't know, 1 copy of Floodgate Trap Hole or something like that, right? The deck would probably look much better.
It doesn't even need like funny enough, it doesn't even necessarily need to be like 3 Breaker. I'd probably drop the Cyber Phoenix, to be honest. Like it's cool, but
at least isn't like terrible.
It's not terrible, but for what the deck like kind of wants to do at that point, it's kind of meh.
Right.
Like it's protecting against what exactly? Book of Moon and Floodgate. I might side deck Phoenix, like I said Floodgate, I meant Nightmare Wheel. Like for like the burn matchup to counter Nightmare Wheel. But also you could run Jinzo. Is an option.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. You could run Jinzo, yeah.
And then there's of course the question of like spellproof Middle Age Mechs versus, or spellproof Ancient Gears rather versus Middle Age Mechs Ancient Gears.
I would side into one or the other. So if you're playing Moth, obviously you side into the spellproof. But
and that's what I'm saying. There's so many options for Ancient Gears. None of them are amazing, but there's different ways of looking at the deck. And there's different ways you could play it. So like you don't even have to be on 3 Breaker, but like some number of Floodgates I think is really good because your monsters aren't huge, right? So being able to Floodgate and then run over with a 2300 attack Ancient Gear Beast, pretty good.
Yeah, and also I agree with Jack in chat. I would probably just play the 1 copy of Ancient Gear Knight in case you ever wanted to pop Gear Town with your own Breaker. Just because at least the Ancient Gear Knight allows you to potentially have an aggressive play and not have the summoning sickness, which I think is just enough by itself to make the Toon Golem just a bad, unplayable card.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And honestly, if you're playing Middle Age Mechs, Knight's at 2100 attack, which is over half your opponent's life, which is a good number.
Yes, that's really good. Also, 2100 gets over, Breaker with counter, and which is really the most relevant 1900 thing we have. So
yeah, no, I still kind of want to play on something like that. Again, I wouldn't say go ahead and take it to a tournament, but just to play around with and like see kind of where you're at. I think there's a tier 3 deck here, but I think kind of the things we're talking about are where you're going to get that from, and not necessarily this kind of build, which is what most people have been looking at so far for Ancient Gears. They've been really focused on like double cyclone in the end phase, pop Gear Town, summon a Toon Ancient Gear Golem, and it's like, cool, if that goes exactly the way you want it to, great.
Yes.
If it doesn't,
historically, I
it's
think
just bad.
Part of that is like everything has been about, summoning, whether it's in TCG, there was summoning Gadgetron Dragon for a while with Gear Town, that was cool. And then obviously in Duel Links we had Reactor and Wyvern. So like that's kind of, I think, what's been stuck in people's head, that like, hey, destroying Gear Town is the right way to play Ancient Gears. However, that's just not what we were given.
Yeah.
The toolbox we were given for Ancient Gears doesn't support that strategy at all. It supports a completely different type of strategy.
Yep. Completely agree. And so, of course, says, yes, definitely don't take it to the Toxic Legacy tournament happening next Saturday in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy server.
Don't just say server link here, you lazy clowns. Here. Let me do that for you. You can go on.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that was actually the last of those deck lists here. Jack, why? Yeah, no, I don't have a exclamation point server command for someone else's Discord in my Twitch. I'm sorry. What are you doing?
There you go.
There it is. Look, the command worked. It was just delayed.
Yes, obviously. Terramaster bot, beep beep.
Alrighty, that will then set us up for our last match of the day, which will be Star Blast 100 versus Tensei Patu. Can Tensei be the one to break Star Blast's undefeated streak so far? We will have to see. Star Blast going right back to what we expect, which is the Cyber Angels being banned away. It will be Moth and D Hero for Star Blast. Tensei had relinquished band and will be playing also his own versions of Moth and D Hero. Notice that while Dragoon is the picture, I did not call either of these decks a Dragoon deck because they are, in fact, Destiny Hero decks, just two different styles of them.
Look, all these guys need is DPE added into the card pool.
Dragoon is still a boss monster that can be summoned. That's why. This is not false advertising.
Yeah.
Fair, Jack, fair.
I mean, I don't call myself the god of speed duels purely as a joke, although it's like mostly a joke.
Yeah, it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
For sure, Tensei cannot summon it. You know what? I'm gonna fact check you on that because I think he can. Oh, you know what? He might not be able to. Actually,
no, it actually says here in the Speed Duel rulebook, addendum number 14, that a player named Tensei Patu cannot, in fact, summon fusion monsters. That sucks.
Ah, that's disappointing. Actually, yeah, Silvercourt might be right on this, but I had a D Hero picture, so I went with it. Actually correct, yeah. It literally has no way of summoning Dragoon. That's fine. It's still a Destiny Hero, it counts. Alrighty,
I mean,
so...
It's actually not, it's a Destiny and a Dragoon.
Oh, sorry, you're right. It is a Destiny. It is a Destiny monster. Yes. That is true. Fine. You know what? For next week, I will get a new picture for Tensei. Alright? You happy? Oh, Tensei says they can summon it. Haha!
With one specific card, Waking the
Foiled. That is correct. There. Ha! We're good. Everything's fine. Can be summoned. I win.
You fool. My Waking the Dragon has a special ability.
As always, justice has been proven to be correct. All right.
As always.
As
Yes,
always.
20% of the time is that when this happens.
Alrighty, Star Blast 100 versus Tensei Patu. Our last match of the day. It will be Star Blast taking the first turn. I'm going to go ahead and be playing those Destiny Heroes against Tensei's Moth. So Rhoda will search out a DD Warrior Lady. We're going to set a card. Could be anything. Could be anything.
Literally anything. It could be Night Assailant. It could be Mander Bug.
Thank you, Dan. Dan, justice has prevailed. Damn right. The Fufu comes down. It will be met with that card that explains to us why Fufu is bad.
Yes. There may not be justice in the real world, but there is, in fact, justice on the stream.
Yeah, damn right. There is justice for speed duels. All right.
Star Blast banishing the Breaker.
Yeah,
to not have a Parasite target on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. And then draws and passes. I can't believe 30 card D Hero had nothing to do here. It's insane.
Amazing. I wouldn't have thought that's possible.
DD Warrior Lady will be the summon for Tensei. 1500 damage does get through. Star Blast will activate Fusion Recycling Plant. Using the effect.
Do it. Yes,
there it is.
The bad man.
Discards Mally. Adds Polymerization from deck to hand. Mally effect, I assume. There it is.
Mally effect. Activate Poly. Summon DPE. Win game. Right? Yes.
Easy. All right, Mally banishes from grave, summons from deck. There's Polymerization.
Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer.
Malicious and Fearmonger to make DPE. Probably, yeah. I guess it's dangerous, whatever.
He misplayed. He didn't summon DPE.
Wow, what a misplay. Imagine not summoning DPE.
Huge misplay. Probably hasn't even read it because it's a new card.
So Dangerous will just sit there in defense. Recycling Plant will add.
Do not use Mally again because, as you know, Mally is not once per turn.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Does that mean the third Mally is in hand? Ouch.
Could be. DD Warrior Lady will be searched. DD Warrior Lady number 1 attack. We'll take 1100 damage. Oh my god.
Tensei,
whoa!
Buddy,
Tensei's got a whole lot of life points. All right.
Tensei's got those anime villain life points. All right.
All right. Second DD Warrior Lady gets through. Star Blast down to 100 or 1000 life here.
Is Destiny Heroes going to take their first loss? Well, nope. The Mally was not in hand. Just risked drawing it this turn, which obviously didn't happen because not a JDG member.
Yep. Well, that's why you play 30 cards, right? To avoid breaking. That's what we've learned.
Well, it doesn't work for us, but
that's true. Alright, Fusion Party!
And now Fusion Party, both used to just summon
Another dangerous warrior returning alive.
Wow, that's alright.
And Fearmonger back to hand, I assume just to set it. Yeah.
Just to have something there.
Recycling Plan will add a Malicious back to hand.
This deck would actually not be so bad if we had like Celestial and what's the other thing? Drill Dark and what's the other thing? Decider, like those
Decider,
three.
yeah. Like, you know,
the
good normal summon D heroes. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting.
Increases attack points, so this
that is correct. That is in fact correct, but maybe just wanted the effect to pitch.
Ah, yes. Dasher and Grave makes sense. Understandable. Yeah. And then what's Fearmonger's effect when destroyed by battle?
Yeah, so if it's in the graveyard destroyed by battle and sent there since the last standby phase, target a D hero in the grave and special summon it.
Oh, any. Cool. So the Dasher can actually come out here and get rid of this warrior lady. That's not bad. I actually like that.
Well, almost. Yeah, I mean, it actually was not a bad play.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't terrible.
I mean, other than the fact that Fearmonger was involved.
Right there. Could actually get your once per dual pot of greed.
True. Alright, Star Blast, big think here. Over Destiny! So he can summon... what's he gonna target? What's in here? Malicious.
Mally, so you can summon Blade
level
Master
3.
or Doom Lord.
Doom Lord! Alright, over Destiny. Keeping in mind, Star Blast instantly lost the game. Tensei drew Parasite at any point. Yes, well...
Yes.
Tensei should have done that. I don't know why he didn't.
Yeah, Tensei obviously feeling like a bad Moth player whenever this match was played.
Will summon Destiny Hero Dark Angel.
No, are we going to see it? Dude, there's 3 monsters on the field and 1 card in hand.
It doesn't matter. It's if you have 3 or more D heroes in your graveyard, you can discard it from hand.
Not that.
What?
Are we going to see Plasma?
Oh.
Let's go. Give me Plasma.
Oh.
Come on.
It sure is. It's the Plasma. Pokemon.
No.
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
I just lost all my life points watching that.
That was unfortunate.
Plasma, why not like this?
Rhoda off the top. It's a dude.
Oh, going for a lucky roll here, a lucky mill. No, I'm just kidding. Not even.
Right. It is 1600 defense though, so there's that. Parasite on DD. Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Yeah, that's it.
Parasite on DD. She'll banish. Yes, our bless doesn't even wait to find out if it was a bluff.
Thanks.
Wow.
Thanks for coming.
Tensei will win with Moth. Obviously, we have to assume there's a Moth in hand, but always make them show you. It could have been a bluff.
It has finally been proven that the D hero monsters just aren't good enough monsters for you to do anything with.
Yes,
so
we needed that proof because until now we thought they were definitely great.
No, yeah, I mean they were undefeated till now. So
I mean, true.
Right. I mean, it's still not over. It could still get a win with this D hero deck. I mean, there's a chance if it can beat the other D hero deck.
Right. True. D hero on D hero violence. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get into game number 2. We do know it will be Tensei's D heroes against Starblast Moth.
Okay.
Tensei with a single back row and then a pass. Okay.
30 card Moth. Why not make the site less consistent?
Make everything less consistent. Alrighty, so Book of Moon on the breaker. It's a party. Mally and Jinzo.
A lot of dangerous today.
Yes. Yes, we have. This is probably the most dangerous that we've seen overall, actually.
This might be the most dangerous VOD of the SMC yet.
Malicious gonna be banished to be tributed off for blowback. Oh my goodness. Tensei right now is a literal coin flip. It's a 50-50 to just win the game.
Let's do it. Get flippin'.
Blowback, dragon effect, coin flip number 1 is tails.
The thumbs up on the tails.
Oh, Two Tails, the game does not end here. Oof.
The actual brick.
And for those who are unclear, just on the math, just to be clear, Blowback Dragon's effect is a literal 50-50. Despite the fact that we're flipping 3 coins, it is a 50-50 to hit or not.
Right. I mean, anytime there's 2 outcomes, it's 50-50. You know this.
Right. Obviously.
Have you not learned statistics?
All right. Just, however, there's another chance here. We're good on main phase. Blowback Dragon's going to target the back row. No response from Starblast. It will not be chained. There's heads number 1. There's heads number 2. Bye-bye, Bluffed Nobleman of Crossout. DD Warrior Lady is the summon. That has to do it here.
Attack. Different dimension blade.
And that ends it. Starblast's undefeated streak has come to an end. We had not only with a loss, but a 2-0 loss. Tensei Patu getting it done here.
Indeed.
All right, so Starblast will go to 3-1 after this. Woo! Blowback Dragon.
Feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Invincible coming in, finally took a big 2-0 loss.
I think this has been the first time we've really seen those 30-card decks actually looking as inconsistent as we'd expect them to be.
Yes. It took 4 weeks to get there, but we got there.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, 4 weeks into the Speed Duel Masters Circuit, and there are no longer any undefeated players.
That's right.
All right, let's take a look.
No protagonist here, folks.
Let's take a look at those decks. First off, what was banned away was Starblast Cyber Angels. As always with every week, I'm going to apologize for the blurry image qualities. I'm just using what was sent to me. I feel like if he just keeps telling me use those same images, I'm going to have to actually make it myself in Dueling Book just to get a better image.
It hurts my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, there goes Siren Rises.
1,500 life points just looking at this image.
Siren Rises shows the expertise of every player and how each match can be crazy. The fact there's no undefeateds. Yeah. All right, so there's Cyber Angel deck that only one person so far has actually allowed Starblast to play. Everyone else has banned it. Your 30-card Moth list. Again, these are going to be the same list as last week. Starblast changed nothing from week 3 to week 4. So it's still the Acid Trap Hole, Adhesion Trap Hole, sort of deep-seated Moth deck. There you go.
Jank Moth.
Jank Moth. And your 30-card D Hero, also the same here. Yeah. There you go.
Yes, Aster is very disappointed that this is a thing. I just want to say that.
Already banned away from Tensei Patu was the Relinquished deck, which we do actually see as a very unusual build here. It is Thousand Eye Spell, using 2 Jin Desir of Rituals to have Trap Protection, 2 Mask of the Accursed in the main deck.
Mask of the Accursed. I haven't seen that card since like Trials.
Yeah, that is definitely a throwback, to be sure. And a double Cyclone to be able to use the things that Relinquished absorbs to destroy back row, and I guess also a Mask of the Accursed when it's sitting there doing nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, so very interesting list here, which Starblast wanted no part of.
Nope.
Tensei.
Yeah. Playing against that.
Here's Tensei's Moth list. Only 21 cards, not 30. Obviously terrible.
Yes.
We do actually see Tensei making some interesting choices here. A single Rhoda just to search out 1 of 3 DD Warrior Ladies. Like, I don't hate that, to be honest.
I have always been an advocate of the single Rhoda for the 3 DDs.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. 2 books, a single Nobleman of Crossout, 2 Wall of D's, 2 Floodgates, and then a single Dust and Waking to make it dangerous to try to destroy his back row.
Yes, once again, not opting to go Cosmic Cyclone, opting to go with the Dust instead, preserving the life point total there. Not going all in on the Book of Moon, choosing to go Wall of D instead, which is, a choice, but I understand it because you want to sometimes just win off making your opponent just lose all their attack points. And
right.
It also makes them kind of play strange if they know the Wall of D is there, right? A lot of this is like, maybe you wouldn't do this in a regular tournament, but they see your deck list, so some things are just scary to look at, like Wall of Disruption. So,
It is actually funny how having more information can somehow make the opponent more scared to play
yes.
against you. Like it is funny.
Yeah.
I will say that Tensei's version of Moth here is definitely more of like a mid-rangey deck. It's not looking for, all right, someone Breaker turn 1 and Moth turn 2 kill you, although it definitely can do that, especially as Nobleman. But saying, all right, I got a couple walls of D, I got the Dust Tornado, which is slower than Cosmic, willing to play a few turns into the game, and grind out some advantage. A little bit more than some other versions that we've seen.
Yeah.
I do think that's interesting. And then last but not least, D Hero still fine. So a D Hero deck has still won every week so far. It's just we've changed who the player is.
Technically, yes.
But
So,
D Hero's still winning every
seen,
week.
We still haven't seen Dasher's effect be used, so that's...
Yeah, it was only the one, but yeah, I'm actually really happy to see D Hero Monarchs taking wings. I think it's a really cool deck.
I'm actually starting to wonder if Monarchs is the right thing to play with Dasher, or if you just play like more good normal summons like DD Warrior Lady and just special summon those if you happen to draw them, rather than like playing cards that otherwise require a tribute. But obviously,
Right.
I understand why you would want to do that.
No, I think that makes a lot of sense, that you're not reliant upon hitting Dasher
Right.
plus Tribute Summon. Yeah.
Right. Dasher is good, it helps, but it's not like what you're relying on at all.
Right. So, but yeah, we do see 4 Tribute Monsters here, the 1 Blowback, 1 Hades, and 2 Jinzos. I'm not counting the Dasher itself, although technically it could be. I mean, technically Dasher itself can get huge. It can Tribute to become 3,100. So, like,
Yeah.
you can't forget. People generally use Dasher for its graveyard effect, but don't forget, it can become a 3,100 attacker if you need it to be.
Yeah, I mean, but how often does that come up?
I mean, probably not very, but it's there,
It is there.
The 1 in 100 games where it matters, like, it's there. It's ready. It's ready to help you.
Yeah.
All right.
We have
Very
real
cool.
Monarchs.
Yeah, the only thing I will say is I do wonder about like third Zoma in the deck, like to potentially be tribute fodder itself.
Yeah.
So like I could see something along those lines, but yeah, other than that, I really like the build. I'm curious to see if Tensei continues to play it and if it can continue to find wins, because I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah. No,
With that, this does seem like a prime opportunity to to remind everyone on the left side of your screen here, if you are enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the Speed Duel Masters circuit and want to help support the players, support the stream, support us, you can do so in a number of ways. Any sub to the channel, including your free sub that comes with Twitch Prime / Amazon Prime, will add to the prize pool, and the higher tier sub, of course, the more will get added. 80% of any donations will also get added into the prize pool, so you can help these players be competing for more money. We did start with a $50 prize pool, which came out of my pocket, but you see we are up to 64 as we've had some generous backers so far helping our players out. So if you want to do your part in helping these players, give them more to fight for, that is how you can do it. All right, so we had a really interesting day of games. Terramaster, anything that stuck out to you, anything you want to discuss before we end things for today?
I'm happy to see that there's a lot of chance for almost anyone to still make the playoffs here, looking at the standings and seeing how today went, right? Because obviously nobody's X and O anymore. So with 6 weeks left, it's crazy that still like pretty much anything is possible.
Yeah, it is 5 more. It's a 9 week.
5.
Yes,
sorry.
yeah, 9 week regular
6 weeks
season,
was including today, but yeah, you get it.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. We've seen anyone can win. I mean, no one gave Star Blast really any credit coming in, and started off 3-0, now 3-1. So that was obviously unexpected. We've seen. And we're seeing the kind of rise back, but Sofacord, who I think was kind of the consensus favorite coming in, actually had to start off 0-2, now 2-2 after 4 weeks. So now starting to climb back, but like that was a little surprising to see. So it is a format where kind of anything can happen. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think by the end of it, 9 weeks, it's a single round robin, but that should be enough time that we will start to see standings kind of adjust a little bit more towards where we expect them to be, but you never know. In any competition, you can have those dark horses, those players that, were not given enough credit, and that might make something happen. But yeah, get to playoffs, and anything can happen, right? You have 10 players, 60% of the field actually gets to playoffs. 6 players will make it, so anything can happen from there. So just put yourself in a position to have a chance, you know?
Anything is possible.
Yep. All right, so yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Had some really cool matches today, some really fun games. That will end things here for week 4. Don't forget that week 5 and every week after that will be each Sunday at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Yeah, so don't forget to join us again next week. Until then, as always, my friends, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Good luck in all of your games, and we will see you next week.